But nearly a quarter of a century later, it's reached the end of the line. The state government will tear it down after buying the metro company. It's part of plans for more light rail and a new convention centre.
The Monorail, 3.6 kilometres of controversy. It once made history. It's now set to become history following today's announcement.
The Monorail's been around for 20 years and many argue that its use-by date has arrived.
In fact, it opened in 1988, a $60 million investment then, now bought by the state government for $20 million. They'll tear it down to make way for the city's new convention centre and light rail system.
The real problem with the Monorail, I think, for most Sydneysiders is that it doesn't actually go anywhere that you want to go.
Demolition will likely start within 3 years. Until then, it will operate as normal, with high prices and low patronage. Governments often run the mantra, build it and they will come. But with the Monorail, they never did. Passengers now are mostly tourists and the numbers fell well below the original expectations. Monorail company MTS doesn't like criticism.
$15 back, you need to leave the platform.
Oh, come on, mate. We just want to film a historic day. But the critics have been around since it has.
The Monorail is the most offensive structure.
That's young councillor Clover Moore. Today's news was a long time coming.
It's been an intrusive, ineffective transport system.
As well as the Monorail, the buyout deal also picks up the existing Sydney light rail. It will not be touched.
And Chris Reason joins us live from Darling Harbour. Chris, will there be a replacement?
Chris, there will be in the form of light rail. We just don't know when it will be built. The government already has a feasibility study underway. It's due for completion around midway through this year, but then of course it has to begin construction. So there could be a big gap between the time this thing gets torn down and the replacement rail put up in its place. Chris?
Thanks, Chris. Chris Reason there at Darling Harbour.